Good? Probably a little bored now. Had a lot of people talk to you. Well, welcome to Lambton College. My name's Cody and I work for CLV Group. So what we do is we have a few properties in town, apartments that we rent to students and anyone that is looking to find somewhere to live. So what I've given you here is just a basic little brochure that states what we have available here in town. It's got a little bit of information as far as we've got our in-site laundry, we have party rooms. We are directly located on the bus routes, which makes it easier for you to actually get to Lambton College. So if you want to take a second just to kind of go through it, I've included the floor plans for each of our units. Have any of you gone to look at apartments yet? Nobody? You have? At a friend's apartment? Where did you look, if you don't mind me asking? Where was it?
Divine Street.
Divine Street? Okay, yeah. So we do have a lot available at Divine Street. We have 1-bedroom options, and we also have 2-bedroom options. So one nice thing that we do provide for the international students is we are doing an international student package. So if you sign a lease with us, we provide you with a mattress, a microwave, a $200 Walmart gift card so you can buy your groceries, any basic necessities, and we also give you a cleaning bucket with some cleaning supplies and shower curtain just to kind of get you started. So when you move in, you'll have everything that you really need. So do we have any questions before we get started? No? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go over our lease agreement applications. If you have any questions, just put your hand up and ask. We also have a gentleman here today. He's helping out. His name's he resides at one of our buildings on College Street, so he can actually speak from a current tenant perspective. So if you have any questions, he can come up here and answer some as well. So this just kind of just lets you know what the landlord. So CLV, we are the landlord. So what we are responsible for is any repairs that need to be done and to obey health and safety standards. So once you sign a lease with us, we have the right to enter your apartment to carry out any regular maintenance. We have to give you permission when we are coming. We have to give you a 24-hour notice so we don't just show up. Now, if you sign a lease with us, and then after, let's say, 8 months, whenever you give us your notice to vacate, which is typically done 60 days before you move out, once that notice is given to us, we don't need permission to enter to show your apartment to a prospective tenant that will be coming in to take over the lease, or to take your apartment once your lease is ending.
And Cody, this is true for all rentals?
This goes for any apartment that you will find in Sarnia. Fortunately, we have been lucky enough to establish a partnership with Lambton College. That's why we are here today. We're the only property management company. So this just it helps you guys have an easier transition, because I know it can be pretty stressful coming in, especially from a different country, and you're only given about 5 days to live in residence and find somewhere to live. So we're here just to kind of make that transition a little easier for you and get you into an apartment and get you into your studies as quickly as possible. So these are just a couple things that you as a tenant are responsible for, and this again goes across the board, any apartment that you are going to be living in. So practice good housekeeping. Any damages that are caused by you, you will have to pay for. You'll have to contact us immediately for any repairs. So let's say the sink just keeps running or your toilet keeps getting plugged. Let us know right away, and then I can send in our maintenance team and they can take care of that for you. And if you are going to be leaving for an extended period of time, so let's say you're going on vacation or you are going home to visit family, let us know, just so if something does happen while you're away, we can enter the unit and take care of it in a timely manner. So this is just a couple pictures, I know it's hard to see, of really dirty apartments. We'd ask you that you do keep them clean, because we have had issues where if you leave food out, bugs tend to come in, cockroaches, ants, and if your unit gets infected with them, then most likely it will carry over to the unit beside you. So there are 2 legal documents that that you guys will be signing if you choose to get into an agreement with us. The first one is the application. So what you're going to need is for an application, I've got one here. So we will need you to fill out the application. We're going to need a photocopy of your visa, which we will do at the office. We can take care of that for you. And we will also need your letter of admission to Lambton College, and then we can go from there. And then we will also need your last month's rent when we put in the application. The rent varies depending on the unit you're looking at. You're looking at roughly between $700 and $820 for a one bedroom or a 2-bedroom. So then we put in that application. Usually takes about 24 to 48 hours for that application to get approved. And once that happens, then we will meet up again and we will do the lease agreement. So the lease agreement is, so once you sign the lease, you are obligated to the terms of that lease. Should you choose to, let's say, you're not enjoying school, you decide that you're going to withdraw from your program, you're going to go back home, you do need to let us know because you are responsible to end that lease. So that means, luckily, we have the options of you can sublet it or you can reassign the unit. So subletting the unit is just having someone come in and live in your place, and what we're going to actually have you still on the lease agreement, whereas a reassignment is we're going to take away anything that you owe to us and we're going to reassign it to the other prospective tenant. So that's the main difference between the two. If it comes to the point where you need to do that, just come see us and we'll walk you through the whole application process. If someone is coming to sublet or put in an application to reassign your lease agreement, we do require that it goes to our head office and we have to approve them as well. So you cannot just have someone, let's say a friend who wants to come and live with you and take it over for you, come and live there and then you move back home. We have to know about everything because we have to note it. So last month's rent and first month's rent. So these are the 2 deposits that are required at the time of the application. The last month's rent is the only deposit that's required at the initial application, like I was saying, and then once we do the lease agreement, your first month rent is being paid. I'm sure you've all paid rent before, whether it was back home. Is that correct? Yeah? Nod? Yeah. Okay, so we require that you pay rent on the 1st of every month. You can also pay for it in advance. Does everyone here have a bank account already? Yeah, through Scotia or TD or RBC. So what you can get from your bank is called a PAP, so it's pretty much an automatic withdrawal form. So if you want, we can withdraw the rent money from your account, no hassles. So you don't have to physically come into our office the 1st of each month to pay, which is kind of nice. So that's just an option that you have. So for methods of payment, we don't take cash or credit card. So the only way you can pay is with your debit card, a certified check, or a money order. So that goes for your last month's rent that's being applied to your application or the first month's rent that's being applied to your lease agreement. So in order for us to sign the lease agreement, so that's step 2 in the process, we're going to need you to provide us with content insurance. Does anyone know what content insurance is? No? Okay, so what it is it's insurance typically through, I believe it's State Farm and Allstate that handle the insurance for students. So this is insurance for your belongings that are in the apartment. So let's say a fire takes place and there's a lot of damage in your unit and your laptop gets fried or any of your clothes or personal belongings, the insurance will cover it. If the damages are so bad that you have to find somewhere else to live temporarily, the insurance pays for that as well. So we cannot physically hand over the keys and witness the lease agreement until you provide us that documentation. So step 1, we're going to fill out the application. We're going to get your last month's rent, again, in form of debit, certified check, or money order. And then after that, we're going to submit the application. So in that time, that 24 to 48 hours before I get back to you and we sign the lease agreement, you should be contacting, which I will give you the information, the insurance company to set up your content insurance. So I can have that sheet, so then when we do go to do the lease agreement, I have all the documentation